Oh, what is up, guys? Welcome back. We may be at school or maybe you're at home. I don't know. But if you are home, we're watching this video. If we're at school, then I'm teaching you in person. But if you're missing it because you're sick, then you're watching this video. I don't know. Anyways, we're going to learn how to use Pixlr today. Now, couple caveats. Pixlr is going to be a free editing software. You're going to be using it to do a couple basic things. And that is going to be how to layer images. That is going to be how to, let me just hop over here. Boom, boom, wrong thing. We're right there. So a couple things. You're going to learn how to open Pixlr up. And I'm going to show you that here in a second. You're going to learn how to save Pixlr. You're going to learn how to import photos into Pixlr. Okay? You're going to learn the basics of layering, the basics of erasing, the basics of selection and deleting process. So that's pretty basic stuff. Those are tools and techniques we're going to be using for the rest of the year in our software. Now, if you're going to do this on the Chromebook, I would suggest using a mouse. The trackpad's the worst. Okay? If you're using it on a computer at your house or a laptop at your house, just know that the images save on the IP address for that specific machine. So if you were in my classroom, you used one computer one day, but then you switched to another computer the other day, your Pixlr images would only be on that other computer. So they save to that particular computer's access to the internet. So if you want to save it on the cloud, you do have to create a login, which is free. I'll show you how to do that. So I would suggest doing this on your Chromebooks because then you can just bring it into class. I will show you how to save it, and then you can open it up here potentially. Okay, so first things first, how do we get to Pixlr? There's my computer, there's my face, here we go. So when I say Pixlr, here we go. I wish I could zoom in on this because then you can see. P-I-X-L-R. You're going to spell Pixlr stupidly. P-I-X-L-R space E. Now there's Pixlr E. There's Pixlr X. And there's Pixlr M. M is mobile, X is the shortcut, E is the editor. So always use, always use Pixlr E. So I'm going to hit enter here. Pixlr E. Remember, it's spelled stupid. P-I-X-L-R-E. So right there. Now if you do this on your phone, it will take you to Pixlr M, even if you type in Pixlr E. Okay? So you can see here, I've got all these photos that have been saved. Make sure I'm saving my video here. They've all been saved to my computer, okay? Because I use the same computer always. Again, if I went home and used my desktop at home, then they would not communicate because it's two different IP addresses. If that confuses you, just know that if you work on this on a home computer, it will not be at school, but if you work on your Chromebook, it'll be with you, okay? Now you could come up here to the top where it says sign in. You can create an account using your Google or Apple or Facebook login. And if you log in to that account on another computer, it will bring all of your images over just like it would saved on the cloud. Okay? So just keep that in mind. It is free. There is a premium version right here which does cost money. I don't know how much. It's pretty good. It's not as good as Photoshop, but I'm going to give you Photoshop for free. So here we go. So you're going to go open image, and you can open it up that way. You could also go to create new right here, and you would go to photo. And I like to pick the largest possible setup in this particular case. Right down here, it is 2400 by 3000, portrait 8.5 by 10. So that is a possibility, or you could just do, right here, type in the pixels, 2400, 3000, okay, and hit create. Bingo. I've got my space to work. Now, I don't need that because I already have one right here. So I'm going to click on my old one. And I've already got a picture in there that we're going to play with. Okay? So the first thing I want to do is show you guys how to put your photos in here. It's really, really easy. It's just drag and drop. Now in the Chromebook, you got to go to My Files, Downloads, click, drag, drop. A little trickier, but you've been using Chromebooks for so long, you're probably so good at it. Okay? So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to open up this file. It's got a picture of my face right here. I'm simply going to grab this, float it over Pixlr, and drop it right on the screen. It's going to say drop to open file. It's going to ask me create a new image, or it's going to ask me add to current. Add to current. Bam. So now I've got two pictures in here, and notice they are layers. So if you look over here in this little section, they are layers, right? So if I hide that, it disappears. If I zoom out, it comes back. Okay? Now I've got a bunch of other stuff on here, but I'll show you that here in a second. Something that I want you to think about. When I zoom in over here, okay, whatever is on top is the front. So whatever's on top is closest to you, right? But whatever's on the bottom of the list is furthest away. Okay? So what that means is this. This top layer will be in the front. This bottom layer will be in the back. So if you want to overlap things, back to top, bottom to top, back to front, right? If that confuses you, you'll get used to it over time. All right, so I'm going to zoom back in here. So first thing I want to do, I want to get rid of this sky behind me. So I've got to make sure I am highlighted on the layer I want to use. So I'm highlighted on that layer. Now I got to zoom out all the way and find my tools. There we go. Pretty easy. Right here, this is the eraser tool. Just grab this eraser tool. Come over here. I'm going to make it larger. I'm going to give it a hard edge just like this. There we go. I'm going to simply erase it away. It's that easy. Now, guys, this is our first edit. Some of you guys, this is your 75th edit. So I'm not too worried about consistency. So if it's not perfect, that is okay. We're just kind of building this in. If you want to feather it a little bit, that means it's not got these hard edges, right? Click, grab a soft brush, and as you can see here, it kind of feathers it just a little bit. Now, this particular program relies solely on the internet speed. So you can see how it kind of gets a little glitchy. That's because every click, it reloads, it reloads, it reloads. And so if my internet's slow, it's going to be a longer process between clicks. Okay? So what we did is we uploaded these to the internet. We're editing them on the internet, and then we're going to download them from the internet as a final photo. So there's that there. Another option would be this. Let's say I just want the face of myself, because I don't want to make my kids look silly. I can grab this lasso tool right here. And there's a bunch of different kinds of lasso tools. Freestyle is just this. Woo! Freestyle. Okay. Poly's not bad. Magnetic's okay. I like to use this Beezer one. You can click, make a line, and then curve it. Click, make a line, curve it. Click, click, curve. Click, click, curve. Okay. I guess we'll put my hair in there. Oh, someone's calling me. Hold that thought. And I'm back. All right, so you guys can see here what you didn't miss. I'll click on that there, double click, double click, double click. There we go. You can see I've got these little marching ants. I'm marching around my head there, right? All I need to do, I'm going to hit Control-C, that's copy. Control-V is paste. If that confused you, just rewind the video and watch it again. So now I got two faces, right? So I used a selection tool and copy and pasted my face, okay? So that's an option. If you're like, well, that's a little too complicated, Mr. Riggins, that's fair. I'm going to hide this one here. You could, remember I got to select the layer I want to work on. You could just take the regular lasso tool. And again, if you have a mouse, this is a lot easier. Heck. There we go. You got to hold the mouse down. Select his head right there, just like that. Control-C is copy. Control-V is paste. And I have two faces. Look at those faces there. Okay. So that is select, copy, and paste. I showed you how to use the eraser to erase things away. I'm going to show you one last thing. I'm just going to move over to this picture here. Get rid of this one. I'm going to click on this background. So for example, I just want these rocks right here. Okay, this arrow, by the way, if I zoom up here, see that arrow? That's how I move things around. Zoom back out. Wink. If I click on that, I can move this around. I want just this rock. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and grab the square selection tool. I'm going to select the rock just like that. Okay? But I don't want all that sky on there. So I want to get rid of that sky. I'm going to grab my lasso tool. Boom. And I'm going to zoom in right here. Modes. This is new selection. Add to selection. Remove from selection. I'm going to remove from the selection. Click. Now watch this. Zoom in right here. Whoa, hey, whoa, fast. I'm going to take that lasso tool and I'm simply going to kind of get close. I'm not going to worry about being perfect here. Okay, this is our first edit. Okay, whoa, all around there. Connect the dots. But oh, look at that. Zoomed out on me all weird. But you can see here, it got rid of that chunk of selection, which is kind of cool. So I'm going to do the same thing over here. It's going to come over here. All I'm doing is getting rid of my selection marquee. Over there, up over there, boom. Gets rid of that. So now I simply do Control C, Control V, it's copy and paste. There we are. Let me zoom out here, zoom in here. Grab my arrow tool. Look at that. I got another mountain. All right. So as we talk about layers, I'm going to hide this layer here. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to start off by just doing some color. My favorite color was green on my list yesterday. So I went ahead and I did the paint bucket with some green colors here. I picked the colors that I wanted. I just click green, click that, hit OK. So you select these little circles over here and I can change your color. If I click that one there, zoom out, I can pick the color I want. Right, hit OK. Zoom out. You can see those are my colors. All right. So I went ahead. I did a gradient tool that's just right here. Feel free to play with that. You don't have to do background color. I think it makes things a little bit easier. And then I'm going to add in. That was some rules. I was going to have some David Goggin rules, but I didn't want to have words in there. What is this picture? Boom. There's that guy. Okay. My next layer. Boom. There's that. The camper. My next layer. Boom. Some meat. My next layer is the broadhead. Okay, scroll up here a little bit. My next layer, okay, the Bible. My next layer, my niños. The next layer, the guy running. Next layer is that. That's up in Moab, Utah. I'm not gonna have that one in there. Next layer is my head. I don't want that in there. Then we got our little critter elk there, and there we go. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna get in here. You're going to take all your photos, you're going to upload them. And when you upload them to that program, you're going to have layers. And then you're going to erase away parts of those layers, cut away parts of those layers using the eraser tool or the selection tool and the delete button. And you're going to try to build this composition that you see here. All right? We're going to play around with it. I know you're at home. You're like, Mr. Ricketts, I'm so confused. We're going to work on this on Monday too, so it'll be okay. I'll be able to help you in person. All right, guys? So this is what we're after. You're playing around with Pixlr, playing around with some really basic tools. Again, cut, copy, paste, select, erase, layers. Just like that. All right, guys? I have faith in you. Have fun with this. Be creative with it. We're going to print these out. So we're going to learn how to print when you guys get back. So good luck, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully we're all together. If not, hopefully I see you on Monday. Take care, or whatever day's next. Maybe you're watching this on Monday and tomorrow's Tuesday. I don't know. See ya.